I could not believe my eyes when I literally saw the post of I think his name is Apostle David Taylor, literally going to jail for human sex trafficking and a whole bunch of this other stuff, money laundering right here in North Carolina and all this stuff. And it's so crazy because that man and literally has been trying to get me to be a part of his ministry for a very long time. Like when I tell you that that man was beasting on my messages, trying to speak prophetic words into my life, it was just something in my spirit and my husband's spirit too that was like, nah, bro, you good. Like, this is why it's very important. And I say this because he started that years ago. And literally, and I kept telling him no. I kept on, like, brushing him off and stuff like that. And it got so bad to the point that he literally was sending his assistants and different women in his leadership to contact me to try to persuade me to go be a part of that ministry. And one of the things that I learned is that it don't matter the size. Sometimes people could have a big ministry and a big platform. And at that age, a few years ago, if I wouldn't have had any wisdom, I could have been a part of that. Because another woman would have looked at that opportunity and be like, oh my God, like he got this platform. He obviously has a lot of financial money, in the kingdom of God, and they would have literally used that opportunity to advance their ministry. And I literally had to, take a leap of faith with my husband, and we both, felt in our spirit that it's a definite no. It was a no for him, and it was a no for me, and we had to, I just had to like literally ignore his messages. And it's just so crazy to me now to see all of those allegations. And this is why, as kingdom-minded women, you can't even be involved in certain ministries nowadays. Like, you gotta not let yourself, get involved with the lights, camera, and action. Because, a lot of these ministries, like, you see how also he's involved or was involved, allegedly with the, human trafficking and all that stuff. There's a lot of women's ministries also that are literally partaking in a lot of occultic and witchcraft stuff. So you have to be very careful and don't let yourself be led by these false apostles, these, witches and warlocks that literally be out there, trying to, attack the flock and trying to be sneaky and deceiving and using manipulation to wheel people in. So the same way he was using those women to like literally camouflage and literally go out and like bring women into his ministry and was being obedient to what he was saying, is the same way you got a lot of these witches that be out there sending their little minions, okay, sending the women in their ministry out to get you. They'll send you a DM and hey sis and this, that, and the third, and I see a calling on your life and all that stuff. And I'm really gonna go more in depth, like, and how I'm gonna really go more in when it comes to exposing these fake apostolic witches. And I'm really gonna go more harder for Christ this year. I just, like I said, I saw that message. Thank you so much. And I was just, you can put it right there. Thank you. And I was just so very thankful, that I said no to that opportunity. And it showed me a lot of valuable lessons that it doesn't matter, your situation in your ministry. You can have a smaller ministry, and as long as God is with you, God's going to bless it in due time. And what I learned from this is don't be thirsty. Don't be thirsty for platforms. There are many people that they get in contact with me sometimes and have wanted to help me. But I'm the type of person that is like, I'm thankful that I waited. I'm thankful that I take my time and I don't just rush to people's ministry because they have a bigger platform than I do. I just let things fall into God's hands. And I know some people have reached out to me and probably think like, yo, she mad conceited, she's mad this, she's mad that. And it's like, no, you have to really test the spirits. And I love God so much. And I've been serving God for like 20 years that you just don't know anymore who people really be. And when you a wife and you got children, you really got to try to protect your ministry, because the devil be out here really trying to knock people's ministries down, and you just got to be careful. And I have some other weird, strange human trafficking, sex thing that ended up happening, which is weird, and it had to do with Florida. I'm gonna talk about it probably tomorrow in another video, but I don't know. I was thinking, I wonder if it's connected to that man and that situation, because it's weird. But let me know if y'all want to hear about it.